What is up, y'all? It's Coffee back at it with some news updates. Hit the comments, let's talk. Want to hear from the people out there. Now, the world has been seeing everything going down with the downfall of Diddy, man. The trafficking allegations, lawsuit after lawsuit, just all the sick, twisted, like secret society, perverted Illuminati style parties that we've been hearing about over the years, man, where individuals are switch hitting, putting from the rough and everything else, man. It's some whole other issue. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then the leaked video, that's an ongoing saga, right? Not to mention the feds saying they're convening with the grand jury and we'll see if indictment comes back. I'm shocked still one hasn't at this point, man. But Diddy isn't the only individual, celebrity-wise who was facing these kinds of allegations and had the feds looking into him as well, man. No other than former head of WWE forever, up until a couple years back, Vince McMahon. If you guys recall, there was a scandal some years back where it came out that he hired this girl, who was unqualified for this job. She just lived in an apartment building, a condominium building, or whatever it was. However he met her, she had lost her parents, was out on her own or whatever, and going through it in life a bit on and out, and Vinnie Mac swooped in and gave her this job, started her up in a high up position where she was getting paid good money. And most individuals have said it was more or less like everyone knew what it was. She got a job because Vince McMahon was messing with her, and that's just what it was, like an affair or whatever. As we all know, Vince McMahon's been married and his wife trying to get into the whole political realm or whatever, and they fit that mold so well, in my opinion. Like a lot of these political marriages where a lot of it is just for show, for the image, to seem like a traditional well-off family, when really Vince McMahon has allegedly, reportedly been running around, messing around with all kinds of different women for years. Now, once he was done messing with her, he had her sign some NDAs, paid her off, fired her, and that was that. But there was a whole scandal where it was exposed, and with WWE being publicly traded, that was a big no-no, and he had to step down, and it was a whole thing. He pushed his way back into power, only for this to come back out again in the form of a lawsuit where this same woman that was paid this hush money, alleged some very wicked, disturbing things, that Vince McMahon forced her into all different kind of actual acts. He was filming stuff without her consent, showing it to other people within the company, having her do things with other individuals who worked for the WWE as well, and with them crossing state lines and just different things like that. Trafficking allegations came in through all this. Now, the lawsuit has been paused. The feds did run up in WWE or whatever, but no charges or anything has came to this day. Everything's been hush hush, pretty quiet for a few months, and Vince McMahon has been stepped down. His son-in-law, Triple H, Paul Levesque, whatever you want to call him, has been running things. And there was a merger where they merged with UFC to form TKO, and that's where we lead into where we're at now, which to me is kind of signs that maybe this thing is going to blow over or come out in favor of Vince McMahon. And the reason that I say that is through all these heinous allegations that this woman made against Vince McMahon. One of the allegations was that their star, not just a WWE superstar, this man was on a roster for the NFL. He didn't make it. He was in the UFC, held championship gold there as well, came back to the WWE. We're talking about BrockLesnar. Everyone knows this dude. He's a beast, right? But there was some real sick, twisted allegations that in the midst of all this stuff, when Vinnie Mac was allegedly forcing this woman to do all this different stuff, when Brock Lesnar was trying to re-up on a deal with Vince McMahon, sign a new contract, and they were negotiating terms and money and stuff like that, that one of the terms that Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar allegedly came to was that Brock said, "Hey, that girl you were showing me videos of, this, that, and the third, allegedly, let me get active with her. And, Vince coerced her, allegedly, and forced her to get active with Brock Lesnar. Now, when the lawsuit came out and the media got a hold of it and things started getting dissected and broke it down, and Brock Lesnar's name was mentioned, Brock stepped away from the company. And he's been out of sight, out of mind ever since. And WWE is very, very careful about the way they do things when it comes to liabilities and the image of the company, and, trying to keep their image the cleanest they can. Don't forget they've been to battle with the feds before with a steroid scandal, and, had numerous individuals protest about the type of content that they were putting out and the attitude era and stuff like that. Like, they've been through the ringer. And when it comes to public relations and what to do, they know what they're doing. And what I'm getting at is Vince McMahon been out of sight, out of mind. Brock Lesnar been out of sight, out of mind. The lawsuit's been on pause. The feds is doing their investigation and stuff like that. And all of a sudden now today, we see these reports emerging that Brock Lesnar may possibly be coming back to the WWE, and Triple H is open to it and open to the conversation that if Brock wants to come back, it could happen. And what I'm saying by saying that this seems that something must be going in favor of the WWE is if this lawsuit or this federal investigation or whatever the case may be was really still a super issue and things weren't seemingly going well, I don't see them mentioning Brock Lesnar, let alone addressing a possible comeback in like, hey, we'll have that conversation and things of that nature at all. They would, in my opinion, continue to ignore everything and, just keep it pushing. So to me, the fact that Brock Lesnar is being mentioned by Triple H really speaks volumes that maybe this lawsuit is going to get dismissed, or the federal investigation has come to a close, or something like that. Comment and let me know if you feel what I'm saying when I'm talking about all this, that there's no way, with the way they do business and the way they've faced all kinds of controversy and allegations numerous times, that they would even entertain this for the news cycle to pick up at all. Tap in and let me know if you agree with me and you feel me on what I'm speaking on in regards to all this, and what your thoughts were if you have been following everything going on with the allegations, what you think. If you think Vince and Brock were on some foul-ish, or just Vince was or Brock was or whatever, jump in the comments with it below. And also let me know if you think about it the other way, you're viewing things from the other side of the spectrum, where you believe that, the allegations are not true. Let's talk about it all in the comments below. But I don't know, I'm definitely staying tuned on all this. Like I said, just Brock Lesnar's name being mentioned really leads me to believe that there is some major update that's going to break in regards to all this within the next few weeks.